Alrighty, guys. Holy shit, my room is a mess. It's Christmas, alright. Back the fuck off. This will probably get fixed in like 3 months. So start complaining in like February. Anyways, today we're gonna be talking about Dexter. So I saw the original Sin was coming out. I was like, oh, I should like finish Dexter and like watch the new shit. So I finished the original season of series of Dexter. Now, look, when I first started watching Dexter, like for seasons 1 through 4ish are like solid. I enjoyed them. Like, it's just like homie basically just getting away with bullshit and like outsmarting the cops. You know, it's basic, but it was enjoyable. Like it was chill. But then like the last few seasons are just like this chaotic mess that are like weird as hell, and I really did not enjoy them at all personally. Like I finished it. It was alright. The ending was whack as hell. Like we'll get there though. Yeah, like seasons 1 through 4 though, cool. He's just often bad people. Outsmarting the cops, and like it's kind of cool to see like the way. I'm not gonna say cool. That makes me I'm talking about Dexter here. It's like like it is kind of this like ethical gray line, I guess, of like, is he a bad guy? Well, at least in the first few seasons, right? I mean, I think the Dokes thing is definitely, when he basically gets Dokes killed. I mean, like it's not like I don't really know what he was gonna do, right? He gets lucky when that crazy chick just blows Dokes up, right? But he's kind of responsible for Dokes dying, and like Dokes isn't a bad dude. He's like fucking unhinged, but I mean, I don't know, bro. He's bald. Like, what do you expect from Homeboy, right? He's fucking bald and sad because LaGuerta's like cucking him constantly. Um, but like the first few seasons were good. You know, his interaction with that Mexican dude was kind of annoying. I don't know why that character just annoyed the shit out of me. I was happy when he offed the freaking like lawyer Mexican guy that was like the community. I don't know. He was just annoying. But yeah, like in the first few seasons, I'm not gonna say he's a good guy, right? But like he's not this horrible individual, I guess, either, right? Like he's just taking out the trash, bro. He's just cleaning up the streets, man. But then as the seasons go on, like I think the whole point is like he's supposed to be like evolving as a person, right? But like is he just kind of gay? Like it's just all about the bitches in the last few seasons. Like it's less about I feel like it's less about Dexter and more about his side piece and like whatever random bullshit the characters are getting up to. Like I don't give a fuck about Quinn and the stripper. Like I don't know why Quinn and his stripper girlfriend got so much screen time. Like I don't care. Who cares about this? Like it's lame. It's just like an excuse to kind of have Quinn around to make like Dexter's life like a little bit harder, but like Quinn's a dumbass, so it doesn't really account to anything. And then like the dude and like Dexter like I don't know. It was lame as hell. And then the dude died, and he's like I don't know. It's just fucking I don't know. Like especially the season with the Barrel Girl chicks or whatever. Like that whole season was just like why is any of this happening? Like I don't know. Like I guess he gotta finish the whole crew off, but like it just felt like there was no like it could have been like an episode or two, but it was like the whole season. And then the final bad guy of that whole season is like supposed to be this like he's got all the money and blah 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 blah, but he just like loses so easily. I don't know. The last few seasons are kind of whatever. Like Deborah dying is lame as hell. Like the dude just draws faster than her, but she's like a trained police. It doesn't make any sense. Like I don't know. Her getting blasted is stupid as fuck. I mean, I guess she's had this issue in the past. Deborah's fucking eating a lot of fucking bullshit. Like she choke shooting that dude with that knife to that kid's stomach, or I mean neck. I don't know why I said stomach. She like got popped by that one bitch because like she was getting close to the Trinity killer. I don't know. Honestly, like Rita dying too was kind of nice though, cause like I'm gonna be honest, like when he was just dating Rita, it was like it was fine. Dealing with the boyfriend was like not obnoxious. When they get married, it's just like annoying as hell. Like you'll be in the middle of a plot and then Rita calls, and it's like, bro, I can feel how annoyed Dexter is personally, bro. Cause she's like, oh my god, like we need Tylenol. Like, bro, get in the car and go pick up some Tylenol, man. Like, you can't take the baby with you. I don't know. It's probably why I'm not a father. I'd probably make a horrible father, but it's fine, right? So yeah, I don't know. A lot of complaints the last like Hannah, fuck Hannah. Like he should have just like whacked the chick. I don't know why we had all this like and then he just gave his child to Hannah. That's insane. Like Hannah is not a good person remotely. Like Hannah is not even close to being a good individual. I need a new bag. This bag is getting kind of worn out. But yeah, no, Hannah is like a horrible person. Like, yeah, you can like maybe say like one of like a couple of the people she, you know, is like justifiable, like with the diddler counselor or whatever that she gets with rat poison in the freaking camp when she's a kid. But like, bro, when she like kills the reporter dude, like, bruh, homie was just doing his job. And then it goes into like killing the Huerta. Like, I don't know. That's another reason I think the show kind of got like lamer near the end, is because Dexter stopped trying to like play the game and like outsmart the cops, and he's just like, yeah, I'm killing you now. Fuck you. Like when Huerta's onto him, he didn't even try nothing. He's just like, yeah, I'm taking this bitch out. Like it's just like I don't know. I mean, I guess he did try some stuff, and like Huerta wouldn't give up, but yeah, overall. And then he just like offs himself in the hurricane. You're like, well, technically he comes back in Resurrection, and like technically he wasn't actually dead. But it's like, bro, like Resurrection came out after the series. Like imagine watching the series and Dexter just drives into a hurricane after Jeb got blasted. Like, bro, that is such a lame ass ending. I don't know. Like, honestly, I don't really know how else you end it. I don't really got better answers here. But yeah, no, lame as fuck. And don't get me started on Resurrection, man. Resurrection was boring as shit. The main antagonists were just lame. Like the son that he kills really early on, like is like obnoxious, like whatever. I don't know. Resurrection was weird because like yeah, I don't I think they don't really intend on like making more. Like I think when they made Resurrection, they probably weren't really intending on making more, and now they are. Because we got Original Sin, and then we've got something else. Oh, wait, Resurrection's what? Yeah, I don't know. New Blood into Resurrection. I don't really know what's going on with this. I'm not. None of that probably made sense to anybody. All right, and that's why we had the disclaimer that I'm autistic and I'm just gonna rant with a room tip IQ. Okay, like I know none of that made sense. Okay, what came after Dexter, the original series, is New Blood, and then it's Resurrection that's coming out soonish, I think. Look, anyways, my point being, New Blood, where whatever the fucking show is where he's in the fucking woods with that fucking Native American cop, lame as fuck. She don't even love him like Deborah loved him, man. Because as soon as she found out he's, you know, people, she's like, yeah, you're going to jail. And then he just kills the black dude, bro. I don't think he needed to break Homeboy's neck. I feel like he could have just choked him out. That seemed really unnecessary. I don't know. The overall development of the character was kind of lame. Also, it gave like less psychopath and more just like autist, especially once you watch like Original Sin. Because when you watch Original Sin, he just comes off as like straight up autistic as fuck. And then if you think about that into like the original series into Resurrection, it's like he develops like more and more emotion. So instead of being a psychopath, it's like incapable of this bullshit or whatever, or like giving a fuck. He's just autistic as shit and develops hella slowly. So I don't know. I fucking took like I guess I do have my bachelor's in psychology, but I'm retarded. I cheated in most of those classes anyways, if we're being real. So I don't really know what you'd label him. I'm gonna label him an autist, fucking serial killer autist. When you think about it, it makes sense too, because homie's just like repetitive and ritualistic as hell. It literally just gives autism. Like he's not a psychopath. He's just autistic as shit, and like his autistic fixation is killing serial killers. You know, because he watched his mama get chopped up. Really doesn't give psychopath. Psychopath is from birth. He wasn't like that. His brother cutting up the fucking lizards. Now that's a fucking psycho. Um, but yeah, no, the one where he's in the woods and he like kills the old dude and he's like hanging out with his son. It was just boring. I didn't find it interesting. The antagonists weren't compelling. His girlfriend was lame. I don't know. Everybody just seems kind of obnoxious, and I think that was kind of the point. Maybe I don't know. Fuck it. It was lame as shit. Then we get to Original Sin. Now I think this is where the show is making a comeback here. I enjoy Original Sin quite a bit. I think it kind of brings back that little bit of like kind of like fucked up humor you know, from like the first season of Dexter, where like in one of the first episodes he's like, "I'm hungry, and not for a sandwich." And then something like about I don't remember exactly how the line plays out, but it's like a play on like the duties going after like diddling boys and shit, and it's kind of funny. Like I remember at one point I had like a clip of that on my like an old ass Instagram page because I thought it was entertaining. I was also like fucking 15, so not that my fucking sense of humor's evolved that much. I'm still pretty special when it comes to humor, little retarded. But that's fine. Like in like the last episode that came out of Dexter Original Sin, he's like trying to take out this like fat mobster hitman dude, and yeah, it's pretty funny because like the dude gets away and then just gets creamed by a car like running down the street in his underwear, and Dexter's like, oh shit, that shit's pretty funny. I would say the weird thing about the show is like I don't know exactly what time, like what years things are occurring in Original Sin, but it's kind of weird how like his high school sister's friend is like hitting on Dexter, who's like appears to have graduated college already. So he's got a, he's probably like 22 and his sister's friend is probably like 16, 17, and they're like his sister's trying to push her. Like everyone's just cool with like this romantic relationship being pushed between them. I don't know. There's a lot of like weird things going on with that series and like high schoolers being romantically involved with adults and it being like weirdly okay. And like I don't know what year it's supposed to be, but I mean, I wasn't around in the 80s or like wherever I think it's supposed to be like the 80s when the show is like when Original Sin's occurring. I wasn't around in the 80s, but I'm pretty sure most people weren't okay with like a 25-year-old banging a 16-year-old in the 80s. I don't really know though. I wasn't there. I feel like that's probably something people would have thought was weird though back then. But like I said, he's autistic as shit, so he don't fucking know. He's just listening to his sister, who is granted a retarded 16-year-old doing coke. So you may, if he's learning from her, maybe you can, justify whatever the fuck is going on there a little bit. I mean, I'm not saying you justify it, but I guess it makes a little bit more sense. I don't really know. Like I said, it's kind of funny. I fuck with it. I would say my one and only complaint with Original Sin is like when they randomly had like the fucking flashbacks with Harry and like Dexter's mom, and it's just like I don't really care about the storyline. It's already been told out, in my opinion, in like the original series. Like we already know Harry was banging her. We already know that like Harry got her killed. Blah 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 blah. I don't really know why we're being fed all this information kind of over again, but with like more detail. Because I don't really feel like it matters all that much. Like all that really matters is Dexter's mom gets killed in front of him. Like the rest of it, I mean, because like I guess it's giving more like like storyline to Harry, but like who really cares about Harry? We all know he's just gonna off himself like a loser. Oh, that's definitely gonna get clipped and anyways, Harry's lame. Harry banging Dexter's mom is a lame ass storyline. I don't care about it. I just want to see more of Dexter being autistic as shit, giving people donuts because I find it weirdly entertaining and kind of funny. I don't know what that says about me as a person. I don't know. Yeah. Anyways,